This is a great sign for the Avalanche's future as one of their newest prospects has been named to a fairly famous junior team for his development, as well as one of their biggest players going into this cup window right now being named to an Olympic roster for Team USA, and finally, Cale Makar's next contract status having some big implications with some recent NHL rule changes. We're going to be going all of that and more here today on Avalanche Digest. If you guys don't know who we are and you're new to this channel, we love to talk hockey with you guys. We love to bring you new topics and the hottest news. And right now, in the dog days of the offseason, if you guys are still consuming hockey content, you are the diehards, and we absolutely love you all. So, because of that, don't forget to like and subscribe. And let's actually kind of just get right into what happened. So, if you guys don't know, this is Linus Funck. Unfortunately, and the biggest disaster known to man, his name is actually not Linus Funck. I was very saddened to hear that, but he has signed with the London Knights of the OHL. If you guys don't know who the London Knights are and why this is significant, the London Knights are a very prestigious OHL team. They take pretty much the best of the best and they consistently churn out incredible NHL talent. If this was just some random OHL team, I would not really see this as newsworthy, but because it's the London Knights, I think that there's several good things that come from this. Number one, if the London Knights are very interested in Linus Funck, then it kind of shows that the Avs had some good foresight in drafting him. And two, because he's drafted by the London Knights, that is amazing for his development. Just to go over and really show you who Linus Funck is, I mean, you can see 28 points in 48 games in the Swedish Hockey League. And remember, he's actually playing against men here. They pretty much play of all ages, so this is kind of impressive. And the fact that the London Knights saw that and want him on their team, that's pretty good for the Avalanche. And really, just to show you a little bit of basically who the best alumni of all time for this team are, I mean, just take a look at this roster. You'll see guys in here like, Matthew Tkachuk, Mitch Marner, Patrick Kane, some guys you might not have ever heard of in your life. But yeah, take a look at the defense. I mean, you've got Evan Bouchard, Sam Dickinson, who actively plays with the San Jose Sharks right now. There's some interesting guys here. And sorry to break it to you, I don't want to burst your bubble. Linus Funck is not going to become Evan Bouchard or Sam Dickinson. If he becomes a guy like Josh Manson, you're elated. You think that's awesome for a fourth-round pick. Luckily, the Avs are not. This is not a goaltender because if you look at their all-time goaltenders list, it's horrific. So avoided that, absolutely. But let's actually just take a look at who Linus Funck is. He's a very big defenseman. Obviously, you can see here, they actually talk a little bit about what his skills are here, and you'll see that they credit his offense quite a lot. Good at breaking out pucks, good at actually starting things off the rush, a lot of what the Avalanche love to do. What you'll notice is they don't really credit his defense. I have heard his defense isn't the best, but that's an aspect of a lot of NHL players' game that can always be developed later, but having this offense is kind of just a natural talent you have to have. So the fact that that's already there, there's definitely a lot to work with, and the London Knights think so too. So I think it's going to be a very interesting prospect to follow, and I'm intrigued with Linus Funck. I really am excited that he's going to the London Knights. It gives me another prospect to watch because William Zellers, Cal Ritchie were all stolen from me, so I finally get someone else to obsess over. But the next pretty interesting piece of news came right here with the U.S. Men's Olympic Orientation Camp, and Brock Nelson is on that team. I said earlier in my earlier Olympic video that Brock Nelson would most likely get an Olympic invite, and he has. I mean, that really goes to show you we got a pretty good second-line center on the back end. Now, he does make $7.5 million. It is a lot of money for a second-line center. I don't think Brock Nelson will ever quite live up to that. I don't think he'll be scoring 30 goals like he was a few years ago. But really, the fact that Brock Nelson is such a well-rounded player, he's good at defense, he's so smooth in the entire 200 feet of ice. He plays the game incredibly well. He's so well-rounded at almost everything he does. It really just gives you peace of mind. It's the biggest thing that the Avs have done this offseason. It's probably the biggest worry I had going into it. No longer have to throw assets into a second line center. And the fact that Team USA has trusted him with being in the Olympics for them is pretty entertaining. So I'm definitely looking forward to that tournament coming up. But the last piece of news that I really wanted to share was this. And if you guys didn't know, the NHL came to an agreement just a little while ago and basically said that going forward, 8-year deals will no longer be a thing. There's actually going to only be 7-year deals. Now, I'm actually pretty okay with this. Very rarely do you see that 8th year, and very rarely do you even see that 7th year really even turning out that well. But most of the time, players are already retired by the time that 8th year is actually signed. So I'm pretty okay with both from a team perspective and a player perspective, only limiting it to 7 years. First of all, the player doesn't have to commit super long term, and it'll probably make more money because it's shorter. And two, teams won't have to give out 8-year deals to guys that they know won't even most likely be playing at the end of that contract. And really, it's just a better, more well rounded thing for the league in general. But another piece of good news is the fact that Cale Makar's contract actually doesn't expire until after this takes place. So, as you can see, this doesn't take place till September of 2026. So next season, September. Cale Makar's contract is eligible to be re-signed this summer. So once this season is over, Cale Makar can sign a new contract and it can be 8 years. That's a contract I see him actually being able to complete, which is a good thing. So the Avs still can sign him to an 8-year deal, and because he's so young, he most likely will play that 8th year. So we'll be able to get him for a little longer right before the rules change. It's just a good piece of business to get done, especially with Cale Makar right before the deadline hits. And really, honestly, take advantage of the rule change while it still happens. It's not like a Minnesota Wild situation where we'll have Zach Parise and Ryan Suter eating up cap for years to come. It won't be that type of disaster, but I am fairly excited. But let me know what you guys think. Are you excited about Linus Funck? What do you think about his current development? Are there any other prospects you guys think are fairly intriguing moving forward? Let me know in the comments down below. This has been Avalanche Digest. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and I will see y'all in the next one.